I'm Annie Brett, and this is Advanced Theatre Practice Composition Cluster. Goodbye, Janet. That's a separate performance, it's got nothing to do with me. Yes, let me go in it. This was me exploring viewpoints, especially in relationship to shape, the shape of a body, and its particular, if I can read from the Viewpoints book, A Practical Guide to Viewpoints in Composition by Annie Bogart and Tina Lago, published in 2005, page 9, for anyone who wants to check up on it. Lastly, shape can be made in one of three forms. One, the body in the space, and two, the body in the relationship to the... if I can breathe, yes. To the body in relationship to the architecture of the shape, of the shape / space. Which is why I went into my shadow, because my shadow casts itself upon the space, thus changing the space we're looking at. A shadow is an image cast by an object intercepting light or comparative darkness formed when such an object causes a difference in intensity on any light surface. Its shadow, however, does not have a separate existence, but depends on its existence and its nature and its form upon the source of light that creates it and the surface in which it is cast. Me being in the foreground, my shadow being in your actual visual plane. The significance of the shadow, the intangible, the mystery figure that undergoes transformation in its appearance, but yet has no subtle, in its appearance and has no substance, yet is visible for all to see. I took that is a quote from Shadow Puppetry and Shadow Play by David Grohl, published in 2007, page 7. I took my inspiration from early cinema. This is Nosferatu, which is why I started in this very menacing, almost going for jest, but then realised that I didn't have to be this dark, menacing person. The politics of being able to be myself in the space, because it is only my shadow. I myself am not being judged. It is my shadow. I can be whoever I want. And you can invite other people to be whoever they are in that space without the fear of ridicule or any of that sort of thing, because they're just judging the shadow as opposed to the person itself. So I can be a transgender individual in that space without the ridicule of actually being on stage, which is quite nice. The reason I made you sit on the floor in this manner comes from exploring this shadow idea in theatre, which leads back into the early creations of the actual cinema. In shadow puppetry, the Plato's Cave, if any of you are familiar with this particular particular scenario that Plato gives, which a large group of prisoners sits bound in the depths of an ancient cave, compelled forever to stare at shadows cast by a bonfire or light behind them. They consider these to be what is real. You can show your real self through the shadow.